Hello gang, and welcome to a brand new series. Yes, we did a live stream of this the other day and we had a good time. However, Captain Ham decided to sail us from one end of the map to the other without fast travel in probably the second slowest boat. So we're going to start fresh in a vlogging sort of series. Why not? It's a bit of fun. Our main protagonist here, if anyone follows along with my farming sim and has been around for a while, will know that Gary is a featuring character in our stories. So today we're going to be having Seaman Gary Staines. He's making a return into the captain's. Well, he's a seaman. Seaman Staines. Well, you get it, all right? Gary's going to be... It's the story of Gary, okay, everyone? Let's continue. We're going to be starting out afresh. This game, ooh, it's quite... it's a bit snowy today. Now, we are going to be doing everything from the start so Gary can learn his way and so we can sort of play and enjoy it as well, the way the game is intended to be. Also, we have to head down to the office here and we're actually just picking up our first mission. Top left corner you can see in the office, get the missions, bank loans, hire crew, and get services like free towing and insurance. We're going to click through and deliver this food today. We've got to get in our row your boat, and speaking of that, we are going to be naming our boats. So I do know this from the live streams. We're actually going to go into our boat shipyard, or our shipyard here. We're actually going to come up to our laptop. There's our little boat there called the Romeo, right? We had some great names. People gave me some great names on the live stream the other day for some vessels. So we're going to be using a lot of those names for this series. The names that people gave me. Let me just flip to page 3 of my streaming book that's lovely Dan had sent me in one of the gifts, and we did an opening on stream not long ago. All right, so we are going to be calling this little boat, we're going to call this one, I think, considering it was my sister's birthday last night, and I'm a little, well, put it this way, I've had a couple of drinks last night to celebrate my sister's birthday, so we're going to call this one the Aquaholic. We can change what the style of writing on it is. I kind of like this writing here. We might go red. That looks pretty good to me, and that will be that. Right? We can see here now we have the Aquaholic. We've got a few other names to get through, so as we get through in this series and upgrade our ships and get some new and better ships, let me just fix my keyboard, we will get into some more of those names, which will be quite fun. And if you've got some name suggestions as well, I'd love to hear them in the comment section down below, and I can add them to the list. Right, pretty simply put, this new game out, you might have seen it already, a few people have been playing it. Basically, it's the same developers that did Fishing, North Atlantic, and the likes. But this time, the game is in early access, and Tito on dock here, thanks. And there's a little bit more to this one, not just fishing. There's cargo missions. There'll be some rescue-y sort of missions. So we can see we're starting in a rowboat. There's the ability to obviously walk on the docks, a little bit more customization. So as they add more to the game, it'll be updated. There's not at the moment currently fast travel in the game from what I can tell. However, I don't think that's a bad thing, especially if we do a video vlog kind of thing. I'll just probably end up time-lapsing some of the journeys for us, put a little bit of music on, time lapses to our destinations. That way you guys can see the most of it, and I don't mind. I don't always need fast travel, as much as fast travel helps. But we'll try and get into a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B, and even a little bit of column C as we play the game, and try and just dibble-dabble in a lot of it. There are some skill points to put on as we progress in the skills. We'll get to that sort of stuff shortly. Have to do a bit of a row your boat. You can see there's our Aquaholic, our little rowboat there. Right, come on, Am, get this job done. We need to get up some money so we can get ourselves a motorized boat. All right, that's the goal of today's episode, to get ourselves a motorized boat. Right, we're delivering over to that looking at that dock area over there. So I guess I'm not going to take you through too much of the game in front of the tutorial. We'll just play the tutorial as it happens, and you can kind of see what happens. And for those of you that obviously were at the live stream, will have seen what happened. So maybe I'll just put a little bit of a jump cut in here, or maybe a little bit of a time lapse. I'll decide in post, and we'll head on over to our delivery area. Now, I'll be honest, it's kind of a bleak day, isn't it? And I feel like it would be really, really cold out there at the moment. I probably need to check what month we started in too. Because if it's winter, then old Seaman Gary Staines here is just wearing a t-shirt. I think he would be quite cold. But that's how Gary, tough as nails. As long as those nails aren't rusty, broken or bent. Right, so basically we're going to pull up into our little docking space here. They are defined by a little black box, you can see that, but I think that's good because then you don't lose too much immersion by having these big bright white boxes. I think it's just fine. You can still see it, and I think it's right. Reduce speed in our little tub. All right, we can exit the boat. Exit the boat. Yes, there we go. And we have our box of fish we're delivering up onto the delivery area just over here. So really cool little adaptation and changes up in this game. We'll put that down on the deck there for the people. Delivery done. 20k straight in the bank. So up to 30 now. Brilliant. Now, congratulations on completing your first mission. Go back to the office and get your next mission. We will teleport there. I'm not going to make people sit through rowing back there. In the future, I don't think the fast travel will be there. All right, exit the boat again. Let's get our next job. Let's see what this mission's about, shall we? Okay, we've got to repair a sea marker. Now, I can't remember this. This is a really cool little thing. I actually like this. So, you'll need to... Yeah, we'll need some tools for this mission. Go to the shop next to the office. In the shop, you can buy various tools, equipment, and spare parts. For the sea markers, the fuse and light bulb may be broken, so buy one of each. And a power drill. Right, so we've got to go over to here to the shop door. We're going to buy one of these. Now, I probably would like to... I'd like to see, maybe in future iterations, if this is the way they're going to go with their games, potentially see an actual walk into a store would be actually quite cool and up to a counter. But as far as the game is progressing from the other iterations, I think it's a really nice. Step up, and you know, just I think it's really cool to add this kind of immersion into the game. What would be cool if is I guess with our shipyard, I guess more to come, is if we can have customization in our own shipyard. And our own place would be kind of cool. Right, once again, row your boat gently up this estuary. No, it's not really an estuary, is it? It's just a port. Well, a bit of side-on action. It kind of feels like the Olympics when you watch it like this. Row, and Gary Staines takes the lead. He's doing it for his country. Where does Gary come from? Nobody actually knows. He just exists. Row, Gary, row. All right, Ham, just get us over there so we can start doing some work. Alright, we are getting much closer. It feels like we're going against the tide here a little bit. I'm just having a go at using the controller and the keyboard just to see what I like better. It's much easier to steer with the controller, but I still have to use the shift key and everything to actually basically accelerate faster. I haven't sort of mapped the controller properly, I don't think. Alright, press V. And let's climb this. All right, so what we have to do now is if you look down, our little boat's tied up down there. We're out at this sea marker, so we actually have to open up our inventory. We have to use our drill here, and basically we take off screws. You can see there's a little like white Basically not where you drill the points, but you can see a little grey spot, and that is what you aim with. All right, so screws are off. Let's switch the lever. Okay, now the next thing we'll have to do, it says on the right, is replace the circuits. Okay. Circuit breaker. Right, bang, done there. Change the color, change the light color to green. Right, that'll change that up to green there. Brilliant. And set the blink light speed to 3. So we flick this. Speed. Oh, that's it. That was it. No, that wasn't it, was it? Maybe that was it. Oh. Close the cabinet with screws. Was that it? It says set light blinking to 1/3 speed. Oh, okay. Well, that is 1/3 speed. So if it was set it to 3 speed, it'd be all 3 switches. 2 speed, it'd be 1, 2. Okay, right, we get it. Put the screws back in here. Do a bit of a screw loose, buddy. Yes, well, whatever. Okay, and job done. Right, and then we actually have to get back into our boat, so we'll do that, and we will teleport. Right, back at the docks. Let's get off and let's go to the shop, because now we have to go to the shop and buy a jigger, and we're going to do a spot of fishing. Who doesn't love a spot of fishing? I know someone who doesn't. Name starts with B and ends in C. And he's a brilliant supporter of the channel, but hates the fishing games. Okay, now here we go. This is when we start to look at some of our skills in the skill trees and what we can do. So we press the tab key here and we can see, oh, it says VanHam. What happened to Gary Staines? I'll have to make sure I fix that. That's not right. Our player should be Gary. We're going to go to the skill tree, and we want to go to fishing. We basically want to unlock the jigger here. Right, we're going to acquire that skill, but you can see here, there's a lot more to this game than meets the eye. We've got engineering skills, we've got deckhand skills, basically small crane operations, professional medic, move faster, deck cleaning. There's a lot to the game that's still yet to come and still in it that we're going to explore through this series as well. And as the game unlocks, it should be a bit of fun to try and do some of all this cool stuff that we can get into later down the track. All right, I'm going to quickly just fix that name. I think we do it in here. Let us have a look. There is a section. Wardrobe, maybe? Custom. Sam and Gary. Oh, okay. It is got Sam and Gary Staines. I think it might be just our profile then, is it? Is this just our profile? Saying that's my actual Steam profile name, so I think that's what it is what it's saying. Right, because there is co-op multiplayer in the game. FYI, you can play with friends. I just don't have friends. Simply put. Right, row your boat gently out to get fish. Can we go back to this view, please? And I'm going to probably move and hustle. We're just going out into this little fish habitat area out here just to drop a line. Drop a line and catch a fish. I'll see you over there. All right, so by the way, up in the top corner there where my money is, you can actually see the date. I forgot to say that before, that was the date when I said, what's the date? I wonder what date we're in. Well, there you are, the 1st of the 4th, 24. By the way, just FYI, the game is actually set in Lofoten, I think, Lofoten, I think. Basically, I think I actually murdered that pronunciation, but in Norway. Just FYI, if anyone's wondering, that's where the game is actually set. Right, time to equip the jigger. Right, and basically all we're going to do here is we're going to, it's a pretty simple little mini game, this one. We're going to press E and to drop that all the way down. And then we start winding up. And when it's green, we click the button. There we go. And fish on. So what we want to do, the fish is going to pull on it. And we've got to periodically, when we can, wind it up as we can. And then when it gets a bit tighter, we just stop reeling in using our left mouse trigger, and then we get another wind in, and it takes a little bit of time. You do have to concentrate. If you don't, you're probably going to snap the line, and then you go, oh, I have to do all of that again. Here we go, we've got our first fish. Very, very close. You can see it there. It is rough conditions here at the moment. I hope if any of you get seasick, please let me know in the comments section down below, and I'll try and keep the first person boat driving to a minimum, just for those people that might. All right, we've got you now, fish. You're mine. Right, first fish done. Let's throw our, let's drop our jig into the water. How about that? Yes, sure. All right, we are getting very, very close here. The fish is almost gonna leap in. Well, it's not really. It's actually putting up quite a big fight. But we've almost got it up here and ready to put in our boat, the Aquaholic. And then we can go off and we can sell them. Put it this way, I won't be probably doing too much jig fishing. I don't think early on. It's a very slow way to do things. However, I probably could do some in my own time if I actually wanted to. Right, we basically, let's go, let's exit that. I'm pretty sure. Right, yes, that was very weird. I couldn't let go of my jig. Apparently, my character, Gary, wanted to keep fishing. No, we're sorted now, and we're off, marching our way back to the... We don't really march in the water, do you, Ham? No, well, we're heading back to the docks, okay? And then we're going to sell our fish. And then a couple of things. Hopefully, that might be getting us towards the end of the tutorial. But I do want to actually show you a couple of things just inside. Hopefully when we purchase a new boat, inside our little shipyard that I didn't actually show you before. Because I think it's probably better to show you when we have a bigger boat, to be honest. It makes more sense. And we're also going to rename it. Oh, yes, we are. Now, we are going to be using a name that we did use on the live stream the other day playing this game, because it was by one of our members, Dan Baker, or Danzilla, as you like to call him. And Dan came up with a great name for our next cargo boat. I'm not going to spoil it right now, but we'll put it on. It was basically the perfect name for our little cargo boat, but we'll get to that shortly. But pretty cool to know that there are different crane sizes on the docks, that we are going to be able to do crane jobs when we get the boats that require it. So you can see there's like a large crane. Then there's this bluer crane here, which is like a medium-sized crane, and then you've got these smaller bluish sort of orange cranes down here, the smaller ones, right? And all of those require skill points to utilize, and obviously you've got to have the ship to utilize those as well. Otherwise, it's no good craning a pallet of products into our little Aquaholic dinghy here. Otherwise we'd sink it, and I'll be honest, on a day like this we're probably taking in more water than it can handle anyway. Right, so let's get to docking. Slow there, tiger. Right, let's get up here. Now it says good job. Now we can just now we can sell the fish you just caught, return to the port, and visit the fishery. So there are different buildings all up and down this docks that we can visit. We had a look at a couple of them on the actual live stream, but we're heading all the way around up around this docks, and this is the little cranes here. So this is the small size here. The small crane operator skill is required for that one. Conversely, you would probably need a crane license for the bigger ones. I assume that's how it works. We can actually have a look here. Why don't you try that? That's a good idea. So we've got small crane, medium crane, and large crane operators, right? So see that. I knew I was right. That building, nothing. I'm trying to just remember everything we did on the stream the other day. I will show you the ridiculous path that we took the other day. We took on a 96,000 a job, which I thought wouldn't be too long in a motorized boat. Oh, it was long. All right, we're going to sell all that. I'll just sell all fish, thank you. Right, mission complete, learn to fish. Fishing tutorial done. We now have 52,000 in the bank. Right, you did it. Now you have enough money to purchase a boat. Hooray! To purchase a boat, you need to visit the shipyard. Well, we've been to the shipyard. I've shown it to you, but we're going to run in there now. And I'm going to show you a couple of cool little things in and around there that the last game didn't have, which I really think are nice, neat little features. And hopefully it gets added upon as the game reaches release, or proper release 1.0, I guess. So hopefully there's a lot more they're going to be adding to the game. I need to double check up on a lot of that. But you can see, like we said, there is your character customization. Let's go to the computer and buy our first vessel. So we want to boats, right? This is the only one we can afford, right? This Rosta cargo boat is the next one we can afford. Otherwise, we've got Dr. Phil here. Dr. Phil. Hey, Dr. Phil. I don't know why I had to sing that. Then we've also got the Flippy. Flippy is a fishing boat. Cargo boat is the Dr. Phil. Then we've got this big fishing boat here. The Conquest, all right, at cool 1.45 squillion bajillions. And then we've got the service boat here at a cool 349, right? It's the Fixer. It's not like, it's a cool little tub. I like it. And then we've got this big Scarven here, 6.95. Now I assume, like the other games, there's going to be more boats coming in and potential for boats to be unlocked as you sail around and explore stuff. Do that kind of stuff. That's what I'm thinking, or potentially other ports might have other boats for sale. But for today, we're going to be buying this little tub here. Buy that now. Brilliant. Continue. We're going to rename it, and we're going to what? I think we used. Oh, I do like some of the. By the way, it's going to be green. I've just got to find. Maybe it was just that one there, and it's called Ship Brick. Welcome aboard the Ship of Brick. So thank you to Danzilla for that wonderful name. Like I said, if you do have some names that you think would be cool in the playthrough, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll add them to the list inside our basically inside in our little streamer book we've got down here, and we can add it. Right, activate that boat. Let's get out of that, and here it is. Here it is now in here, the Ship of Brick. All right, how brilliant it is. Now, a couple of cool things. We've also got this start the washer, right, a pressure washer, and we can pick it up. It's a bit like Farming Sim, right? And then what we can do is we can pressure wash the boat itself, which would be fantastic, because actually there will be the mechanic to actually have to clean the boats and do maintenance, that sort of stuff as well. So pretty cool little thing. I would even go to say one step further that unlike Farming Sim, this actual this power washer is a little bit, wow, it looks real for starters. You have to do the start stop button on it, whereas in Farming Sim you just pick it up and go. Now we can actually climb on board as well while it's up in here, so we can actually have a look around inside it. Pretty cool to know. We've got the time that you can actually pass time. We could start it, but I would recommend not starting a boat out of water. Okay, the motors are designed to be in water. Start it, obviously. But we do have a rest here, so we can actually speed up time by resting by looking at the clock. Just FYI, if you do want to know that. We've got all our searchlights and such up here, right? So all of that cool stuff, you can have a look around on your own boat while it is in here. Do some maintenance work on it, do whatever you want to do. Okay, pretty cool to see. And vice versa, you can do like stuff here, financial, sell boat, you can upgrades, right? All that sort of jazz here. We can buy some upgrades, we can fix it. So pretty cool to see that. Let's go out and check it out in the water right now. And there it is, sitting in the docks. Right, pretty simply put, that's your lot for today. Come back to see episode 2, where we take the Ship of Brick out on its first voyage. Oh yes, we'll smash a bottle of champagne over the hull, and we'll probably end up sinking it. Oh my gosh, is the snow actually building up on the top of the... Stop it! That's awesome. That's a really cool little feature. But ladies and gentlemen, as I said, if you've got any comments, if you've got some cool names you'd love to put down, or maybe add to the playthrough series, drop me a line down below. If you're not subscribed and you want to stay up to date with all the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to stay up to date with all the content that's going to be coming out. We're ramping up production. We go live 5-ish times a week as well. So lots on the channel. If you want to come and hang out, I'd love to see you. Stay safe, stay glued to your screen, and I'll see you. Well, actually, no, I won't see you. Gary Staines will be back in episode 2. Get out of here.